Hi, my name's Tim Johnson. This is Recovery, Strength, Hope and Courage. Today I'm just making a video about the amazing and miraculous things that sobriety and being clean can bring back into your life that you would never have dreamed of. And the reason for that is I've just come back from England a couple of days ago and I was invited over there to help, well, to see my oldest daughter's new house and to help her with sorting out the gardening and painting and so the donkey work, if you like, as dads should do. Um, the miracle of it is, you may not think that's much, but and I also visited my new daughter, my youngest daughter's new business in London. But you may not think, that's a great thing, but for me, it is a miraculous thing. It is something a year ago I would never have dreamed of because I wasn't capable of even making the journey really a year ago. They wouldn't have wanted me there, and if I had been there, they would have been ashamed, and I wouldn't have been any help. Um, and almost a year can make such an amazing difference. And I just want to share with you. It's only a short video. I just want to share with you the way I'm feeling today, which is full of thankfulness and gratitude, really. And it's all about making the right choices, being 100% committed, and bloody hard work, as I've said in previous videos. But my God, the payoff for all of that is so great, particularly with rebuilding relationships and friendships. I'll just share a couple of things with you anyway. I went home, so I went back to England, and my daughter's getting married, as I've probably mentioned, in a year's time. And they bought this new house just outside of London, which is expensive for what it is, but it's a lovely, characterful house. It's quite old, so it needed a lot of work. The garden hadn't been touched for a long time. And the fact that she even invited me over, and her fiance was happy to have me over there, shows how far I've come in really such a short time, and how far 10 months, the difference 10 months can make to a person if you're prepared to give it 100%. And it was lovely to go there, to hold my head up high, for her to be proud. I mean, and for me to be able to be of some help. It was bloody hard work. And for instance, the garden, 3 days worth of shifting God knows how many tons of stuff out, and plants and soil and weeds. And I planted her a herb garden and tubs and all the front of the house and did all the weeds and basically gave her the base for a garden, for the future, and she chose some shrubs. We went to the garden centre together and chose some bits and pieces, and I put them all in for her, and all her borders were done. And I was quite proud of the work myself, but she was delighted, and I to be honest, I was just glowing and glad to be of some help. And we went out for coffee and we chatted and talked about things that we've never really approached before. And she said to me, one thing she said to me, do you think that this, I'm so proud of you, and it makes me so happy to see you so well and, like this. And do you think it'll ever become not an issue? In other words, will it become a thing of the past and forgotten? And it's becoming that way, because I'll come on to something in a minute which will illustrate that. But basically, cravings don't exist anymore. My thoughts. I'm just a person who doesn't take drugs and doesn't drink, and has changed his life in that way. And I don't think back. I only think towards rebuilding the future. Building a future and becoming the best person I can be. As I said in my other video, that's my only goal, and to regain my self-respect and dignity, and to help people and spread a little happiness and positivity, really. All very simple things. But most important of all is to rebuild the relationships and love with my wife and daughters. And it's heading in the right direction, and it's great. And like I say, we've made massive leaps and bounds over this last week. We had been all over the last 10 months, really, on the visits that that they've been over here, and Christmas when I went home for Christmas. It's all been heading towards this moment. It's not like she said. We can't. Those things will always be there, and in the past you can't forget. As such, but they sort of fade away as we rebuild this new happy, hopefully future. Um, and I don't think about them. I try and live in the day anyway, and rebuild and become the best person I can, like I say. So there was that, and then I visited my youngest daughter. Now, my youngest daughter was affected even more deeply, I think. I know by my escapades in the past, and really hurt, and not physically, but mentally hurt. And she's been much more reluctant to accept the new me, if you like, and because she's, as we've seen it all before, you've got clean, relapsed, but never for this length of time have I been like this, and never have I been like this before, and never have I done it this way before, and approached it this way before. I wish I had 30 years ago, but that's the past, isn't it? Like I say, I can't change that. But she invited me to a new business. She was proud to show me. We hugged and we talked, and it was fantastic. It was like probably one of the happiest moments that I can remember, with both girls and my wife, because my wife came up as well to London. And the shop that she's got, and the business she's got, is events management outside of the shop. But the place, I can't give you the name of it because it would be embarrassing for her. But I'd love to be able to advertise it. But it's doing really well anyway. But right in the central London, and it's a start-up business, her and another girl, and it's fantastic. It's doing so. I'm so proud of her, and I told her that, and she told me she was proud of me. And I'm feeling them now even talking about it, but it's just so worth it, guys. Please take note of this, because I'm 57 years old. It's never too late to rebuild and to change and to become the best person you can be. Yes, it takes hard work, it takes commitment, it takes determination, it takes willpower, it takes getting through pain. But when you pass that barrier, once you passed into that, and and your new life becomes the norm, and you're constantly making good choices, then it's just normal. Those feelings, bad feelings, just fade away, and I just feel so positive and so happy about the way things have gone, and we just build on this, and build on and build on it. And the other things I wanted to mention were that we had an engagement party. We travelled up to the Midlands to my wife's pub and restaurants, and we had the engagement party for my daughter and her fiance. Well, with the families met, and I met my fiance's family for the first time. Absolutely lovely people. But the point I'm trying to make here is I did the little buffet for them, or part of it, and they asked me to come shopping for all the booze with them and everything. And I didn't even cross my mind. Wasn't. Forget this crap about triggers and all the rest of it. There comes a point when you're a non-drinker. It's not a choice you're ever going to make again, and you know it in your head and your heart. And I know it, but I helped them. I know a bit about wines and champagnes and all the rest of it with my career, obviously. My career as a drinker as well, But so there was that, and the nighttime do, which was in the private room upstairs. Now, it was fantastic, and I talked lucidly and got on really well with all his family. Some of our old friends came, our best friends who hadn't seen me for 2.5 years. A couple who we grew up, we had children at the same time, and because of the way I was about 2.5, 3 years ago, we lost touch. We're back together again. They're coming out here. My friend said to me, "I've never seen you look so well. I've never seen you like this before." And all the time I've known me, and we've known them for 30 years. So, and that's a testament. And it made me swell with pride. It just added to the feeling of, God, this is just so worth it. I can't really put it into words what I felt, but I felt proud, and I felt, you know, and they were showing me almost respect in a sense, you know, which I'm not after. I'm not after people saying, you know, oh, haven't you done well, and all the rest of it. You know, I just want them to accept me as the new person that I am. You know, this person they've probably never met before, to be honest with you. Or maybe I was like that, the old me. I can't really remember, but they were delighted. You know, genuinely delighted. And the night progressed, and I thought to myself, you know, there's maybe 30, 40 bottles of open wine and champagne and spirits and God knows what else here. And my daughter had asked me what I wanted, and elderflower cordial was my choice, fizzy elderflower cordial, just because it's cold and refreshing with some ice and that. And I sipped on this for the whole evening. There was, you know, any moments I could have, you know, no one would have known I could have taken alcohol if I'd wanted to. It didn't even cross my mind, guys. It didn't even cross my mind, you know. And that I didn't even think of it as a test. And I looked back afterwards and I thought I'd have been pissed out of my head a couple of years ago, you know, at this function, you know, taking wine bottles out the back into the toilets and swigging out of them, you know, and then topping up. This would have been, you know, and it would they would have been ashamed of me. It would have been a disaster. It would have been just I wouldn't have been able to cope with it. And you know, this 10 months, 10 months, and look at the difference. I didn't have a single thought or craving or desire to touch alcohol. It's just not a choice I will ever make again. You know, and I sat and I enjoyed the elderflower. I enjoyed the chat. I enjoyed meeting his family. They were lovely. And I enjoyed being with my daughters and my wife, and I enjoyed being with my friends, and they enjoyed being with me for a change. What's a difference, you know? And you can have all this, you know, if you haven't already, you know, or experienced it. You know, if you've lost it, you may not have reached that stage yet. You know, take it as a warning that if you carry on, you will do. You know, you'll attempt to destroy everything like I did. You know, which I never thought I would. And finally, going home in the airport, you know, I'm an opiate addict as well, and I used to top up and buy codeine in the chemist at the airport. And I was in the chemist getting, and I saw the counter there and money in my hand, and I thought, you know, a few months ago, 10 months ago, you would have been at the counter buying codeine to top you up till you got your tramadol when you got home or whatever else or other opiates you were taking. Didn't cross. I went in. You know, I went in there for a sandwich meal. I just couldn't. A sandwich meal, and I came out with a sandwich meal. Do you know? It's not a choice. You know, it's been worth all the hard work and all the effort. And I wanted to share with that because it's like a miracle of hope. You know, and you can all have it. You can all have it. Anyhow, that's enough for me now. I'm off to the gymnasium, and I haven't been since because I slipped a bit with my food, I suppose, when I was there. I had a couple of steaks, and I've not been eating red meat at all, and I really enjoyed them, to be fair. But I'm back on my normal diet now, my chicken and vegetables and fruits, and back to my exercising again. Mind you, I had enough exercise in my daughter's garden to last me a lifetime, so that was good. Anyway, guys, take note, and I just wanted to share that with you because I just thought it was worth it because I don't think I've ever been as happy in my life and content, you know. So, and you can have that. So, till next time, remember, you're going to do it. Seize the day. Carpe diem. Seize the day. And today, I hope is the day for you. If you've not already stopped, stop. You know, and if you're struggling, keep trying. It's worth it. It's worth every second. And if you keep trying, it will happen. Just keep trying. So, and if you're struggling again, hold on and stay strong because the bad feelings pass and it does get better. So much love to you all. Take care. Until next time, much love.